What's happening YouTube? This is Champion 2D Rob back again with another pickups video. Yeah, it's been a little bit since my last pickups video. I know I've been stuck doing collection videos for a while, making Mega Drive collection videos. Thank you for everyone that's watched those videos and commented on those videos as well. Definitely appreciate it, guys. But yeah, I basically accumulated quite a bit of stuff over this lockdown period. I might say too much stuff, to be perfectly honest with you. I really can't wait to get back to work and recoup some of the funds. But for the most part now, I've had some good stuff here. A good mix of mostly looks to be about an even split of between modern and retro, I suppose. But yeah, I'm going to go straight into it, guys. Before I actually get into any actual games, there's a few things I want to talk about first. There's actually one item that I completely forgot to mention in my last pickups video. It's gaming related, and it's a really big deal. It's something I've wanted for a long time. I never got around to showing it. I don't know, I just completely forgot. But I actually picked up, if I can get it, I picked up this statue of Sagat from Street Fighter. Very, very heavy statue, I might add. Really, really cool statue. Yeah, I've wanted this for a very long time in my collection. The moment I saw it, like, I wanted it. I just love the detail on it. It just looks fantastic. And Sagat is one of my favourite characters in Street Fighter. I just really do love the detail on him, and he's a really well made statue, really, really heavy statue, really, really cool piece. And where I actually first saw this statue, I actually first saw it at in a video. I think it was Craig's Here Again. He was doing a room tour video, and I remember seeing this statue in the background, and I just had to have it. I had to have it. And then I think later on as well, I saw it in the background of Jay Cybersnake's video as well. Like I believe he had it as well. And yeah, it's just been one of those things I've wanted to get. Unfortunately, this statue is quite tricky to find. There weren't a lot of them made. I believe there was only I think 400 of them. 400 were made. So I was very lucky. I actually managed to get it boxed. It was used, but it was boxed, and I got it for a really good price, all things considered. It was actually on the lower end of what you would expect these statues to go for, especially given the amount that they made. So I was really, really lucky. I had to import it from the US, and it showed up no problems at all. I was so lucky, and I'm really, really chuffed with it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Look at the detail on this. I mean, I don't know if I can show you on the camera here. Like, the detail on it is just amazing. Just fantastic. Right down to the base. Just looks amazing. But yeah, really chuffed with this one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I basically got that as it was a birthday gift to myself. It was one of the gifts I got. In fact, it was the very first thing I bought. Even before all the stuff that you saw in my last pickups video, that was actually the very first thing I got. And I was so chuffed with it, just given the price that I paid. Very, very lucky. Really happy with it. And yeah, I'm not really trying to get into statues as such. I mean, I have another statue here. I've got you can just about see him. I've got a Nightwing statue here. I just wanted a couple of statues. It's not much. It might seem like a bit of a random choice going for Sagat, but I actually really like Sagat. He's one of my favourite characters in Street Fighter. Always has been since way back in the day. And yeah, just really, really happy to get that one. Okay, next items here that aren't games, and these pickups were actually inspired by Game Zone Birdroom, James. He did a video sort of showcasing a few of his sort of comics collections, and it kind of just inspired me to go back and buy these. And what I picked up were the Batman versus Predator trades. And the reason why I wanted to get these is because the second one I actually owned as a teenager. I had this as a teenager, really enjoyed it, and I don't know what happened to my trade. I just misplaced it, but I always wanted to get it back. And I also thought it was a great opportunity to check out the first volume, as I've never read it. I actually only read the second one, so really happy to get both of these. I've always, when I was a kid, I used to read a lot of not that I was really big into comics as such, but I did read a lot of the Versus series. Like I read Aliens versus Predator, I read Terminator versus Robocop, and I read Batman versus Predator. Well, just volume 2 anyway. But really chuffed to get these as well. Got them for solid prices as well, so yeah, chuffed with that. Okay, now moving on to the game related stuff. I suppose we can start with the modern stuff. First thing I picked up here comes at no surprise really. I think everyone's been picking this up, and that is The Last of Us Part 2. I've already played through it, completed it. I want to play through it a second time because I want to use the play it through the Game Plus mode, but I'm not going to go into like the controversies and the sort of the reactionary opinions of a lot of YouTubers. I'll just say that I really enjoyed it. I love the story. When it came to certain events that happened in the game, yes, I was just as shocked. And initially I was disappointed, but once the story continued and I saw what they were trying to do, I was okay with it, because I feel that you can do these things, you can take these chances if you tell a decent story, and I felt they did. I felt they told a really good story. I understood what they were trying to do, and I found myself really enjoying the game. Did I enjoy it as much as the first game? I'll have to say no. That's only because I prefer the more linear story of the first game. This one is definitely a much larger, more complex story, and it's definitely more ambitious storyline than the first game. But I love that thematically it carries on from what I wanted it to do from the first game. Considering where the first game finished and what it sort of would entail and what it would lead to, I'm glad that the second game was centered around that, because that's exactly what I wanted the second game to focus on, was obviously the aftermath of how the first game finished and the actions of Joel in the first game. I wanted to see what the consequences of that would be, and I'd always thought that even before this game came out. Like I always wanted the second game to be about the what would be the consequences of his actions, and I'm glad that that was basically the central focus of this game. So really did enjoy this game. But I do that being said, like I think some of the issues that people do have with this game I think are valid, and I can see what some of the people take issue with. In fact, not to dwell on this for too long, but there's been a few videos that I've watched on YouTube where they basically, their conclusion was, I don't like the game. And you know what? I felt it was, the way they explained it was like fair enough. It was completely legit, their reasons for not liking the game. Whereas a lot of the videos that came out initially were just so reactionary, it's just so crap. Like honestly, I mean, a lot of people, for me, lost their credibility with a lot of their reactions, because to me they weren't giving the game a fair shot. They just reacted, they reacted and sort of turned off, a quarter of the way through the game. And I don't think that's the best way. If if you call yourself a games reviewer, a critique, then you know you need to give games a fair shot. But anyway, enough about that. Yeah, great game. Really happy with that. Okay, a couple of games here I got for the 3DS. It's been a long time since I bought any 3DS games, and I pretty much stopped picking up for the 3DS. It's a great system. Admittedly, I've not spent a lot of time with it now. I did before, before I got my Switch. I loved my 3DS. I played it a lot, but pretty much since I got my Switch, I've more or less stopped playing the 3DS, which is not good, because I do really enjoy the system, and there's a lot of games I've yet to play on it that I've got, so I do want to go back to it. But there were a couple of games here. Now, I should point out that none of the games here, there's only 2 games here, but none of them were bought from the Argos deal. I'm aware of the Argos deal. I actually bought this game for a very cheap price that you would consider as part of the Argos deal, but I actually bought this on Amazon, and it was WarioWare Gold, and I bought this on Amazon, and I bought it for £4, and that was basically had to get it. I was actually looking at this game. This game was actually on my wish list for a long time, but when I saw it for £4, like, I jumped on it. And this was actually before I was even aware that there was any sort of sale going on. I did eventually go on to the Argos site and I looked up some games. I did see some games for good prices, but ultimately none of the games I'm interested in, and I'm not going to go out my way to buy games that I'm not interested in, even if it was just to move on to CEX. I just can't be asked with that. There's nothing at CEX I want anyway. But yeah, so I got that. And the other game I picked up, and this game I just bought for a normal price, was Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal. And I just really wanted this game. I played this game actually a long time ago, the demo of it. It's essentially a 2D, 2.5D Sonic game, and it's an original game for the 3DS. And I just really liked the demo of it, so I just decided to pull the trigger on it now. So that's that. Ooh. A couple of more gaming related items here that are not games. I completely forgot about these. And these are the Streets of Rage soundtracks. So I actually pre-ordered, I pre-ordered the second one. It was done by a company, I can't remember the name of the company. But essentially what these are the Streets of Rage 2 soundtracks in CD format. But what's really cool is they actually come with bonus tracks that actually weren't on the Data Discs LPs. Yeah, so the first one here comes with a few mega mixes, and I think a couple of extra tracks. You can just about make it out here right at the bottom. We've got the main tracks here, and then right at the bottom you've got the bonus tracks. And Streets of Rage 2 also has a track, what are they called, a bonus track right here as well. Just about make it out. So yeah, I just wanted to get them in CD format because even though I do own the Data Discs vinyls, I don't have a vinyl player, so it's just nice to also have them in a CD formats as well. So yeah. Okay, next, let's see here. Next thing I picked up here, and I bought this for my Mega SG, which is the Mega Drive clone, FPGA clone system from Analog. I wanted to pull the trigger on this pad. I was deciding whether to get the Retrobit pad, but ultimately I went with this one, and it's the 8BitDo control pad. This was the wireless pad, and I have the Super Nintendo counterpart to this for my other analog system, for my Super NT, and it's a fantastic controller. So I wanted to get this one. I did toy with getting the Retrobit, but ultimately I wanted to get this, and I'm very happy I did because it's got it right here. It's really fantastic. It feels really good in the hands. and yeah, just really chuffed to bits with this one. So yeah, it works really well, had no problems with it. So yeah, a great pad to have if you want a really reliable wireless controller for your Mega Drive or your SG. Okay, so I think we're going to move on to the retro stuff now, and yeah, I think we're going to start with a Master System game. And this is a game that I'm actually quite amazed I didn't have it in my collection. And the reason why I'm surprised is because this was one of the games I played the most as a kid on the Master System. It was between this and the Ninja. And I finally decided to pull the trigger on it, but I found it quite difficult to get. Mostly because a lot of the copies that I saw on eBay were either not complete or were in just really bad condition. I managed to win this on auction for a really good price, so I was very chuffed with it. When it arrived, it was actually very dirty, and I had to clean it up like proper. Like I had to proper clean it all out. Soak the case had to get soaked in water and stuff, and I gave the inlay a bit of a scrub as well, and the cartridge and the manual. But it came out really good. But the game I got is Action Fighter. This is a really cool game. It's like a top-down Chase HQ sort of game where you sort of race. You're sort of like running along a track and you have to sort of destroy the cars ahead of you. And yeah, this is not a rare game. It's a very common title, and it's one of the games I've got a lot of fond memories playing as a kid. Yeah, so many fond memories playing this. I played this so much as a kid, and I just wanted a nice copy of it. So, you know, it worked out for me in the end. I'd say, you know, it's complete now. It's in very nice nick, and really chuffed with this one. I'm not really into collecting for Master System. I have a small collection, but it's not a big focus of mine. But I had to get this one. This was definitely a glaring omission in my collection. So really happy. I mean, I know it might seem strange because it's quite a mundane, common title, but for me, this is a big get because yeah, just because of the memories I have attached to this game. So really happy getting this one. Okay, next games I have here are for the PlayStation, for PS1. Not a system I really collect for anymore. I mean, there's always games I want for it, but they're not really any games I'll go out of my way to get, you know, unless I see them for like really cheap prices and whatnot. But anyway, I managed to bag these two games, and actually these games were bought from a YouTuber. These games were bought from Jay Cybersnake, and I'm on a WhatsApp group with a bunch of other YouTubers, and he posted up a picture sort of saying that he was looking to move on a bunch of his PlayStation 1 games. I looked at the picture, and these were the first two games that caught my eye. I went straight to him and said, look, I want to buy these games off you. He gave me a really good price, man. I'm really chuffed because these games, well, they're not rare games in any way. I have seen them in the wild before, but every time I see them in the wild, they're either you know, incomplete or just in really crappy condition. So I was really chuffed to get these because these do actually complete a little subset for me as well. And the games I got were Soviet Strike and Nuclear Strike, and as you would imagine, they are both complete in very nice condition. There's a bit of sticker residue here on the top, but aside from that, it's in really lovely condition. Can't complain, and I'm really chuffed to bits with getting these games because it now means I've completed the Strike games. And yeah, because I love the Strike games. I love them on the Mega Drive, and I've never played the PlayStation 1 games, but I've seen that they're basically the same style of games. And yeah, definitely two omissions from my collection that I really wanted to get. So I was very, very lucky. So thank you so much, Jay, for selling me these and giving me a very good price on them as well. Yeah, they've gone to a good home. Definitely they'll be appreciated. So thank you so much, man. Okay, and next up I have here, I picked up, now you guys know that I'm a bit of a nut when it comes to Game Boy Advance, and I actually wound up buying another Game Boy Advance console, handheld, and again I bought it off Daz, Cajones del Oro. Unfortunately, you know, he's not on the tubes anymore, but you know, his pastime is fixing up and modding Game Boy Advances, and I basically bought a Game Boy Advance SP off him a little while ago, but I've always preferred the original model. I just never liked it because, you know, unless you can get it modded, it's an awful system. But once you get it modded, it's much better to play. It feels better in the hand. So yeah, what I ended up getting from him was the Super Famicom edition, and yeah, it's in lovely condition. Of course, he modded it. It's got the IPS screen on it. Unfortunately, I can't turn it on for you because when I store it away, I don't put any batteries in it. But trust me when I tell you guys, it looks amazing. Lovely bright color screen, and it plays great. I was testing it out with Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, a fantastic game on the Game Boy Advance, I might add. Play it a lot, and yeah, so really chuffed to get this off Daz. So he's probably not watching, but if you are watching, Daz, thank you very much, mate. Do appreciate you for selling this to me as well. And finally, guys, I got one more item here, and this one was a bit of a surprise because when I bought it, I wasn't expecting it to arrive in brand new condition. I thought it was used when I bought it. Guess I wasn't paying attention, but it's basically like brand new old stock. And there's always got to be a siren when I'm making a video. There has to be sirens when I'm making a video. Anyway, yeah, so what I picked up, and I'm really chuffed with it, is the Super Game Boy 2. And it is I mean, I love the look of it, but this is brand new. I mean, you can't tell, but it had that new smell. And yeah, I mean, I'll open it up. I'll show you guys. But it's all in here. You've got all the little leaflets. I don't want it to fall over. Yeah, so you got all the pamphlets and stuff, and of course, you know, you got it in here, and it's baggy as well. Fantastic, absolutely love this. Yeah, I mean, I already own one of these for the Super Nintendo, but I wanted this particular version because it just looks so fantastic. It looks amazing. I do love my Game Boy, and I want to play them on the big TV. So yeah, really chuffed to get this finally, and yeah, very happy. I'm so happy by the condition. Honestly, was not paying attention to it, and when it arrived, I was just shocked. I was shocked. It was absolutely mint. Like, it was brand new. It was brand new because, like I say, it had that new smell to it. So yeah, really happy with that. So that's it, guys. That is the end of my pickups video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Now, I know some of you might have been expecting some Super Famicom pickups, and that is going to be in my next video, guys. I won't leave it too long, guys. I'm actually going to film it straight after this, so you'll see it a few days after this, maybe. We'll see. I might choose to either show it first or show this video first. We'll see. But in any case, guys, that video won't be too long either. But thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Again, I appreciate everyone that has been watching my videos, especially my recent collection videos, and I will be planning to put out some more collection videos as well. Those will be coming soon. but for now I thought, you know, I was due a pickups video. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Of course, leave a like and you know, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the games. And yeah, I will be back very, very soon, guys. So thank you so much, and until next time, bye bye.